Hello. I pressed the wrong button. I clicked on the wrong thing. You'll probably find me in a minute. Oh, God. I don't know what happened. I pressed end stream instead of go live. And, oh, someone's found me. Oh, Poonam. Fantastic. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed end stream instead of go live. Hopefully, everyone will find me. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Vanessa. I pressed the wrong link and I pressed end stream. So hi, Jim. Yeah, no, Mercury's not even retrograde. I think it is actually going retrograde soon, but I was all prepared. I was all here. I've got everything all sorted. Anyway, hopefully you will all find me. I'm here. Everyone is trickling back. Hello. Hello, hello. Yes, here we are. Penny's technological skills eluded her today, and we just, hey, Andy, good to see you. I pressed all the wrong buttons. I thought I was being such a clever bunny. I guess it's Sun square Neptune. You know, technology just eluded me temporarily. Hello, Shirley. Ah. Oh, well, at least you found me. Yeah, don't worry, AMAC. So did I. I don't know where I went, but I wasn't where I was supposed to be. I pressed the wrong buttons. And hello, Samantha. Good to see you. Is it, yes, Kay, Ulrich? It must be that kind of day. But I think the Sun square Neptune is just making things a little bit, Oh, thank you. My nails. Thank you, Poonam. I'm trying to grow them again because, of course, they all went short when I had my surgery and had to have all this stuff off. And Shirley Mills from Texas, good morning. Jim, holding tight. We're here at the beginning of the beginning. Or is it the end of the beginning or the beginning of the next beginning? I don't know. But what I do know is today is the 22nd of June. And a little bit earlier, I did an astrobite, which is up now. And I actually called it would you like to shift? I can't remember actually what I called it, but it was something like, how do we shift to the timeline of peace? Because clearly we're all aware that there has been another major move in the planetary game of chess in world politics. So, hi, Lenny, good to see you. Your son had technical trouble. Okay, it was me. I just clicked on the wrong thing. I thought, what have I done? And then my iPhone linked with it and sent me live, but sent me nowhere. Anyway, right, here we are, June the 22nd. Sun in Cancer, square Saturn in Aries. I'm hearing things now. This is disturbing. I'll come down to Earth in a minute. I don't know where I am. I think I'm up on Neptune, planet Neptune in Aries. So what have we got? We've got, if you listen to the Astrobite, it'll make a lot more sense. The one I uploaded about a couple of hours ago, it'll make a lot more sense because clearly I'm not making much sense now. But what I do want to say is over the next 2 to 3 days, we do have some quite interesting, let's use that word for change, interesting energies. Yes, it is hard not to be angry with any of them because it's a chess move. That's all I can suggest. But the Sun square Neptune and the Sun square Saturn are causing this conflict. But remember, this transit doesn't last for too long. It's a transient transit. So, and this too shall pass. Now, I'm hoping, which I said in the Astrobite, hi, Annabelle, don't worry, I'm late too because I pressed all the wrong buttons. And But did anyone in world politics press the wrong buttons? I don't know. Let's hope they don't press the wrong buttons. And I think the thing is that on Tuesday, so we've got Saturn square, Neptune and Saturn, sorry, the Sun, let me start again. Hello and good evening. I'm Astrologer Penny Dix. The Sun in Cancer is squaring Neptune, the planet of illusion, confusion, delusion. Nobody knows what's going on. And it's also squaring Saturn, the planet of, well, actually clarity, rules, boundaries, containment. So we have, we've got confusing energy. I'm not sure if I was the astrologer for the world leaders, I would have said this was a great time to make another chess move, thinking of who's in our particular vegetable soup at the moment, because there are too many people in this game who have too many pieces left that they can move around the board. So we do really need some prudence and a sense of slowing things down, because Neptune is confusing the whole situation with its energies. And I'm glad I'm making you laugh. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm the faintest idea. I had it all together earlier, but let me tell you what I did last night. I went to see a tribute band to the Police, and we had, Don't Stand So Close to Me, Walking on the Moon, all of those wonderful songs or tracks from the, 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, I don't know, and some Sting numbers. Oh, it was awesome. But it was a late night, and I'm not good on late night, so that may be why I'm pressing the wrong buttons. It was fabulous. It was great. And you've got lots of, yes, actually Neptune, Jim, is what's giving us the cloud cover. I loved the Police, and this was a tribute band, and they were all around my age, and it made me so happy, because I thought, they can get up there and do all of that at my age, so can I. So here I am, and here we are. Every Breath You Take. Yes, they did that. Don't Stand So Close to Me. And they did An Englishman in New York, and Synchronicity. And what else can I tell you? Oh, Message in a Bottle. And of course, Roxanne and Do 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 Da Da Da. So it was an awesome evening. I went with Sarah. Really good fun. Well, that's just changed the energy a bit, hasn't it? So Roxanne, absolutely. God, I could break into song with all of them. The funny thing is, I'd spoken to Brandon on Friday, I think it was, and I told him I was going to see the Police, or a tribute band to the Police. And he said, when they play Message in the Bottle, think of me, he said. So I recorded a little bit and sent it to him, and he pinged back a little heart. So that was fun. Anyway, let's have a look at the astrology, because I'm going to whiz through the astrology, because I've now been in Witter mode for the last 10 minutes, because it took me 2 minutes to sort out the live stream. So what do we know about the Sun in Cancer? Because happy solstice. We had the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere yesterday, when the Sun moved into the sign of Cancer. And of course, for all of you lovely people in Australia and New Zealand and South America and South Africa who might not be seeing this till catch up, then of course it's your winter solstice. And we mustn't forget that the energies are polarized, literally. So as the planet starts tipping the other way, up here in the Northern Hemisphere, we will get our longer nights and shorter days, although that's going to take a bit of time to show. And down in the Southern Hemisphere, they will head towards summer. So the sun in Cancer is deeply sensitive and emotional. The sun, remember, is our soul. It's the beating heart of our solar system. And we really have a need, I think, with this energy for emotional security. We want to be nurtured, and we will be able to nurture. So there I was, best laid plans, hoping to nurture everyone tonight, and I messed up the first 10 minutes. But what can I say? Here we are. And good morning from Canada. Nikki Hensel, Freedom. Hi. Yes, good to see you. Tell you that Tuesday looks good. Yes. Okay. I'm going to move on to Tuesday because I'll tell you why. Because I have done this Astrobite, which is on my channel now, all about the energy for today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. But what we need to look at is, because today's the 22nd, Monday's the 23rd, 24th is Tuesday, and I'm just scrolling there now. Andy, Sun conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. I am going to do an Astrobite for this. This is awesome energy. This is really super duper energy. This is, again, this is powerful, fortunate. It's emotionally expansive. It's, we're combining the life force of the sun with the optimism, the generosity, the luck, the growth-oriented energy of Jupiter. And so it's coming through this deeply protective and nurturing energy of the sign of Cancer. So this Tuesday, this is when I think, as I say, tomorrow and the rest of today are going to be a bit challenging. And on a personal level, I really don't think it is going to make a tremendous amount of difference, depending what might be unfolding in your own personal lives. You may feel get into a muddle, like I clearly did with the technology just now. And it's probably because I'm a bit tired, probably. So it can play out like that. But remember, it's never going to be to the extreme that we see played out on our world chessboard. And this is a chess game which is extraordinaire because there are several players. So this is a planetary chessboard of the most extraordinary dimensions and parallels. So, okay, Andy, you went, no, Andy, you are kidding me. It went wrong again? Oh, Andy, no, this is awful. Andy's surgery went wrong. This is just, oh, Jesus Christ, and SH1T, and every expletive one can think of. Listen, Tuesday is a good day astrologically. And again, like I did last time, I'm going to look at your chart, Andy. I'm really surprised to hear this. Really surprised. It's not what I'm expecting. So you are in our thoughts, and we are going to send you, Andy Walsh, collective healing energy. And I tell you what, let's just all take a moment now to send healing rays to Andy. So, and send. Now, I'm hoping, Andy, you will feel the collective power of the soul fan sending you this loving, healing energy. Oh my God, I'm just reading your latest, just go flat. Absolutely, just go flat. Yes, bushels, as Ruth says, bushels and bushels of good healing. Alan, you're in, brilliant. We've all been sending you healing and we'll continue to do so. So let's have a look at Tuesday and Jupiter in Cancer. Tomorrow is when the Sun squares Neptune. So, oh, hang on. Let me just go back to the beginning and just get this right. So it's today we've got the Sun squaring Saturn. So serious decisions were made clearly on the chessboard and a move was made. Now, tomorrow, the Sun squares Neptune. Well, we're just not going to know whether we're coming or going. And I suspect the players on the chessboard are all going to be playing a kind of, well, you'll just have to work out my next move. You'll have to guess. They are going to be there's going to be misinformation, which always happens with things like this anyway. But, you know, get in touch with your own inner intuition, and it will tell you that all shall be well and all manner of things shall be well. Because we can collectively choose to be on the timeline that takes us to peace, healing, and common sense. Let's have that one in there too. Yes, Lenny, it is a power game. Parry, yeah, you're very saddened. We all are. And yeah, Annabelle, good point. It is. It's going to hell in a handcart. We can help this. I like that, Jim. Misdirection, sleight of hand. Common sense, Andy, yes, is the big one for the world right now. Common sense. So, as I said, today is the Sun square Saturn. No rash decisions on any level today about anything is the advice I would give as your soul fam astrologer. Now, tomorrow, probably all that goes out the window, because tomorrow we will have a completely different state of affairs, because the Sun will be squaring Neptune. And remember, this energy will go on for a few days. It's going to go on really till Wednesday, the 25th, when we have the new moon. And the Sun squaring Neptune means that we are caught between idealism, illusion, as opposed to the harsh realities and responsibilities that Saturn is presenting. There will be a fear of failure, of being misunderstood. And the problem with this energy, with Sun square Neptune, it can lead to self-sabotage. So we can find ourselves, because of what may be going on the world chess game, we may find we just withdraw from the world. We just think, no, I can't listen, don't want to know. Let me just take care of me and mine. And I think that's okay, because I think what these events do is they push us ever further into understanding ourselves better and finding out what our inner truth is about what is good for the planet as a whole and what is good for ourselves and our nearest and dearest. And the phrase that has just popped into my mind is the one that dear Pam Gregory often uses about, shall we actually say, let everything that is unfolding now, including you, Andy, let it be for the highest good of ourselves and the highest good of everyone and everything. So that if we can let it go and let the divine flow through us collectively, and let the divine take the rudder of this ship going through very stormy waters, the divine knows better than us. This is where we are walking through the valley of the shadow of death. Oh, I'm doing another Sunday sermon. And we have to fear no evil. And we have to have that faith that the common sense and good and the power of light over darkness always comes out on top. We have to have faith in that. That's right, Ruth. Pam Gregory does her collective world meditation. It's at 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. Central European Daylight Time, and then you'll need to take it off for an hour as you go west across the Atlantic, through the America, through Canada. So, and I think there is something about collective prayer and collective healing. But it's also important that we don't get caught into spiritual bypassing. We have to acknowledge there is duality in our universe. There is light, there is dark, there is good, there is bad, there is positive, there is negative. You cannot have one without the other. You have to remember the yin yang, the masculine and the feminine. What we strive for is the marriage of heaven and earth, the conjunctio. So with with the sun squaring Neptune, we have to find a balance between truth and lies. We have to find our truth because it won't necessarily be clear. Hi, see me. And yes, Parry, opening hearts, unlocking minds. Absolutely. Annabelle, life is very painful and scary at times. And we can feel like staying in bed and not coming out until it's all over, metaphorically. But I think we have to also take responsibility because we are part of the collective. And even though we may feel impotent when faced with these kind of difficulties, we're not. We just have to take one little step. And that's send out healing, light, love, and the intention of peace over conflict. That's what we can do on an individual level. So let's, as I said, we're looking at Sun conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. And this is, I think by Tuesday, there will be a sense of compassion and empathy in bucket loads, moving around the planet. Sometimes because Jupiter can represent truth and wisdom. So there may be a sense of us all being able to rise up above the planet and have that eagle sight where we get a sense of what is being played out, of the bigger picture. Yes, I've just seen your message, Annabelle, about Sil. And Sil, if you're watching or if you watch on Catch Up, please let us know you're okay. We all have you in our hearts and you're part of the world. We really do. And so when we have a conjunction of the sun with a planet or of two planets, it fuses the energies together. So it intensifies the energies. So the Sun conjunct Jupiter can be larger than life. And because the Sun can represent the ego, the heart, the soul, the psyche, we may find that our own presence can be, it can be enormously impactful on the collective in the sense of what we can intend on that energetic level. We will have a strong feeling on Tuesday. So for you, Andy, it is good. I think you will be well looked after because Cancer is about nurturing and caring. And it's also Jupiter, so it's about abundance. You know, absolutely heap loads of abundance and care. I think we can be optimistic by Tuesday. So, I don't know, maybe there'll be some U-turns. We are dealing with the masters. I'm not going to single anyone out. The masters of U-turns. They like to rattle their sabers and then go, I think I have my supper now, you know. Oh, you've got 3 days of rain in Alberta. So, Andy, what are you saying? You want the doctors to dig deep into what your body is telling everyone. That is hugely profound, Andy. Tara, I'm just reading what you're saying, that your sister is leaving Iran that day. I hope so too. I really wish her safe travels. Yeah, well, this is what, with present company accepted, this is what men do in a collective group. You've got snow in California, Lenny? That's bizarre. Oh, there we go. So we've also got to be careful on Tuesday and be mindful of this, Andy, that we don't overdo things. Because Jupiter expands everything and the Sun is health, be mindful that we don't overdo things, rush at things, think, oh, I can do all of this, I can manage all of this, I can heal the world, I can do this. No, we need to take things step by step, baby steps. No rash moves or decisions around this energy. So I think Tuesday we will be able to see a more optimistic solution coming for everything that's happening. And that will give our sense of well-being a little bit of a much needed boost. I think we have to be careful with boundaries on Tuesday. And there's something about leading by being inspiring and not by dominance. It may be what's just come to me, and it may be because of Neptune squaring the Sun, is that His Holiness the Pope may make an intervention or a plea for sanity. And even though many people do not follow him, sometimes when these wise religious leaders, because that is what he is, doesn't matter whether you follow that particular credo or not, but when a wise religious leader comes out with something that is meaningful, it can help put everything into context. because maybe what's happening is the chess players in this dynamic of the world chess game are getting caught in the doing and taking action rather than actually looking at the short and long-term consequences of their actions, and then actually looking at what comes next. So there's something about we need some inspirational dialogue from world leaders or religious leaders. So Sun conjunct Jupiter is good, and there will be a sense of generosity of spirit around, and inner growth is really possible with this energy, whatever is happening. Because when we have events like this, even though, as I think Annabelle said, it's very tempting to just hide under the quilt or the duvet and just go, oh, everybody go away until it all settles down. We have to take personal responsibility for our particular energetic dynamic in this greater whole. And that's why there is something we can all do. And we can pray and intend peace over conflict. I'm not going to use that word WAR. I don't like it. Conflict gives us something to work with. WAR is like, it's a foregone conclusion. So, can we expect all the egos from the chess players to level off? Maybe by the new moon. Is Carrot super Christian? I've no idea. I think, well, I don't know. I think we've got a lot of people out there who think they're God. But of course, the paradox is we are. We're all actually a spark of the divine. It's just that some people allow themselves to get inflated about that. Hereby lies the rub, as they say, in good old Shakespearean England. So let's just have a look at what else is happening this week, because we have got this new moon in Cancer on the 25th. So it is up on my channel. So go and check it out, because I do go through each of the 12 zodiac signs. They are all time-stamped by the lovely, inimitable Jerry. However, somebody mentioned in the comments they couldn't make the link click. I have no idea. I've only had one person said they couldn't make the links click, but who knows? I click wrong links, but here we are. So this new moon in Cancer is also, of course, conjunct Jupiter. So this is a very positive and beneficial new moon. It's time to reset your relationship with home, roots, your emotional safety, and where you feel you belong. This is the moon's natural home. So this is wonderful energy for planting new seeds. So, Andy, it's a new moon. You're already going to be in the energy of that new moon on Tuesday. You will be all right. It's just that everything is getting blown up. And in a sense, the poisons have got to come out before you can heal. Maybe there is something you can address on a psychological level. Because I think sometimes, and this is for everyone, when we have ill health, it is our body trying to express something, to tell us something that we are not at ease about psychologically. We have disease, hence disease. So when we have physical manifestations in the body, it's really important to actually pay attention to them. And this new moon is good energy to do that. So, you know, we can do that. So the new moon heralds, I think, a new way of looking at things. And I think one of the things that's very significant about this new moon is that Cancer, the sign of Cancer, represents your homeland, the country of birth. I think the fact that it's a new moon may mean new boundaries get drawn out. Maybe that's a good thing. We can say, who knows if this is a good thing or a bad thing? Let's just say maybe new boundaries will get drawn out. I'm just looking at what someone was talking about. Oh yes, Annabelle, to look at the charts of these countries. Yes, Steve Judd is very good at that. Well, I'll give it a go. And it may be that Brandon, Russ and I decide to do another live very soon because there's rather a lot going on. So we may do that. I will have a word with him tomorrow. Now let's just move on from this new moon and see how things are in a week's time, because this may give us a significant clue as to how things are going to unfold this week. So let me have a sip. Now this is quite a helpful aspect, because the sun in Cancer is sextiling Mars in Virgo on the 28th of June. So for context, that's actually next Saturday. So the sun in Cancer is sextiling Mars in Virgo. Now that's okay, because Mars, we know, rules Aries and is the god of war. However, Mars is in Virgo, which is about attention to detail, looking at the way things can be worked out. It's working things out. And remember, the sun in Cancer, homeland, countries, and a sextile is good. A sextile is really helpful. So, I don't think, shoot the messenger. I don't think things are going to escalate, because my sense is I'm not giving that energy. And if we collectively are not giving it energy, then we choose the timeline we want to shift to, which is where this de-escalates and we get a resolution quickly. So that sextile is encouraging. Now then we move forward to the 29th, which is in a week's time. And we have Mercury, just newly arrived in Leo at that point. Mercury, our planet of communication, in opposition to retrograde Pluto in Aquarius. Now the event chart for that is highly significant. And I am going to do an astrobite for this, because Mercury is on the ascendant of this chart and Pluto is on the descendant. Something comes out next Sunday, or around Saturday, Sunday, Monday of next weekend. Something comes to light, which is potentially dramatic. Potentially we go, whoa, didn't see that coming. And that has the potential of transforming. Yes, Alan, sextiles are opportunity. They are opportunity as opposed to certainty. They are good opportunities for growth. sextiles. Yeah, I hope I'm right. And I think we have to, Lenny, we have to give this positive energy. Oh my God, Annabelle, you walked into a door frame and you stood on a chunk of glass. Be careful. That's probably Mars squaring Uranus at some point in your chart. So the energies for Sunday are, I think we're going to be in a very different place this time next week when I do my live, which I'll try and press the right buttons for this time. I do think we'll be in a very different place because, you know, Mercury in Leo is going to be quite theatrical. So we may see some of our chess players really holding court and expounding the virtues of their decisions. And, you know, it can be pride and opinionated, you know, communication. Whereas, of course, Pluto in Aquarius is about power and control and how to transform that. So it's an opposition. So when we have an opposition, it's the energies are polarized. There can be obsessive overthinking next weekend. That can be for all of us because of what might be unfolding or what might be going on in our own personal lives. Remember, that's the mind. Get back in touch with the feeling. Never lose sight of your feeling, of the intuition, of what your stomach is telling you, your gut. And Mercury in opposition to Pluto can mean power struggles with communication. So we could get heated debates. So I suspect that things will be where they are next week, and there will be the communication that then unfolds about it all. So let's have a look at what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to our, and I think I'll find it in a minute if I get there. This is our words for the week. I've got 2 words for the week because, and then I'll do the card for the week because I'm not going to draw this out because we started late and I don't know. My mind seems to be all over the place tonight, so I think it's probably best I quit while I'm ahead. Let me just catch up with some of your quotes and messages now. See me. The whole world is taking a step back and thinking, "Oh shite, yes, I think so. We better cool this down, or all hell is going to break loose." Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Andy. Yes, they come up under settings on my channel. I set it up a bit late today, and then of course that one is completely, I'm going to have to delete it because it's just gone. It's gone in the ether. Listen, the words that I've chosen for the week ahead are wisdom and maturity, because that's what we need to come into play this week, whether that is on our world chessboard or on a personal level. So first of all, we've got 2 quotes which are about inner growth. Jim Rohn said, "Maturity is the ability to reap without apology and not complain when things don't go well." Well, we reap what we sow. And, you know, we have to say we voted all these guys in. That's collectively the whole planet. Everybody who is playing in this world chess game, we voted in. M.H. McKee said, wisdom is knowing the right path to take. Integrity is taking it. Then we have a couple which are about letting go. Philip Arnold said, you will never be free until you free yourself from the prison of your own false thoughts. And that's a kind of truth. Yeah, Andy, yes, I do love to talk. Can't shut me up once I start. It's my Mercury in Gemini. Oh, bless you, Alan. Thank you. I'm glad someone sees my maturity. Sometimes I've doubted that it's been there, but maybe it's gradually growing. Oh, bless you all. You're wonderful. You're lovely. Okay, there's an unknown quote here, which is maturity is learning to walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace of mind, self-respect, values, and self-worth. Oh my goodness, that is such an important quote. Remove yourself from the energy of those that do not respect you, value your self-worth, or threaten your values. That is so important. Then we have a couple on self-awareness. So Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And, you know, this is why I bang on about it all the time. One of the best things that happened to me in my 20s was that I had a complete psychological and emotional breakdown. Because of that, I became a patient with a psychotherapist. Through being in psychotherapy, I decided to train as a psychotherapist. And through the many, many years of being on the receiving end of therapy and working with people as their therapist, then maybe this is what has helped me make sense of my life and the things that haven't transpired the way I thought I wanted them to. The things that didn't transpire the way I thought I wanted them to, because that's always a very interesting, you know, when we allow the divine to work through us and we go the way the divine is pointing us, we may not get what we think we want, but we will get what we need, and we will look back and be so profoundly grateful for that course direction that the divine has given us. There's an unknown quote here, which is, the older I get, the more I realize that just keeping my mouth shut and letting people think I'm a fool is better than opening it and proving it. Oh my goodness, I love that. Isn't that absolutely wonderful? I love it. Oh, it takes me right back to our vegetable soup. What about change and responsibility? Well, Roy T. Bennett said, maturity comes when you stop making excuses and start making changes. And Albert Einstein said, wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. And certainly as I progress through my life, yeah, I'd go along with everything of that. Here's a couple on perspective. One is adapted from the Serenity Prayer, which I know you will all know. And isn't that the prayer we all need at the moment? Do not waste time on what you cannot control or change. Wisdom lies in understanding the difference. And finally, Aristotle said, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Now that is a good one. So let's see. Oh, Jim, thank you. Penny is a splendid astrologer and guide, even when she doesn't think so. That's so true. I just, sometimes I just think, oh, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I do. I think I know what I'm doing. Let's have a look at what you're saying. Maturity is emphatic, and I feel that in your... Thank you. Thank you, M. I like your code name, M. Love it. So, listen, right. Hi, Rushandy Earthling. We're sorry you're late, but we were late as well. And you'll see in catch up because it all went tits up, basically. What can I say? There we are and here we are. So let's have a card for the week. Oof. Do you know, I get quite scared doing these because I think, whoa, what's it going to be? Let's have a look. Craftomatic. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you discovered us too. We're not a bad bunch here. We're quite, let's see. What card are we going to have for the week? You got the Fool, see me. Oh, no. Okay. We're having, oh, no, two have wanted to come out. We've got two. Oh, we've got these two. Well, which one should we go with? Let's go with this one first. Oh, I'm doing it. It's all mirrored to me, going that way. So it's the Page of Wands. The Fool. Well, yes, we are at the beginning of a new journey. That happened in the middle of the night for us here in Europe. The Page of Wands is about the information and news that is coming in. And I think I don't feel anything that is untoward about this. I think I'll go back to what I said at the beginning. I think it'll all be all right. I really hope I'm right. But I think when I fall into, oh, what if I'm not? It's actually a kind of element of paranoia that comes in, the fear. Because my gut feeling says, I'm choosing the timeline of peace over conflict. If we all choose the timeline of peace over conflict, we'll all be fine. And then, of course, I got this card, Knight of Cups. Roshandi Earthling, you lost a very dear friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. My absolute huge condolences to you. Huge condolences. It's horrible. It is horrible. It's just cycles, patterns. You're sick of pride. It's a cult. Woke politics divided. Good point, Nikki Hensel. We've got the Knight of Cups. Well, let's take this first of all on an international level. I would say somebody puts out the hand of friendship. So maybe common sense comes in and we get not just one, but maybe some hands of friendship, several hands of friendship, because the alternative is unspeakable and we don't even go there. On a personal level, I'd say, I think this could bring some good news in for all of us in little ways. It may not be anything incredibly dramatic, but it'll be good news. And don't we need some of that? I think we do need some good news, don't we? So they weren't too bad. I like the tarot. Let me see what you're saying. You were just watching my latest video, Annabelle, on changing timelines. Yes. Oh, you are so welcome, Annabelle. I just think that, pay attention to the world around you, because I think if we stay on top of this, if we stay conscious and think, I want to be on the timeline of peace over conflict. And what I've noticed when I push myself back into that energy, because it's quite difficult to keep the constant energy up of consciously choosing that timeline. And then I notice when I bring it to my sort of front consciousness, I think, oh, I don't remember that there, or that looks slightly different, or something just seems to have shifted or changed in my surroundings. And I go to myself, I've shifted timelines. How cool is that? Let's shift timelines. And you know what? I think us here today are all on the timeline of peace over disputes and conflict. So, Jim, you're awesome. Do you know what? You are also friggin' awesome. I love doing these Sunday night lives. And you know, we're nearly in July. The week after this, I'll be doing my live for the month of July. Where is time going? I want to be on the timeline where we can relax a bit and enjoy life. I think that would just be amazing. And I realized that going to this event last night in one of the other village called Shara, and it's got a lovely square with some nice restaurants. And I went with my friend Sarah, and we had a lovely meal, watched the police tribute band. So you see, I'm finishing off where we came in. And I was thinking, I need more nights like this. I need to go out and relax and have fun, because I realized that because I've had, and you'll associate with this too, Andy, and anyone else who's been going through personal problems or health problems, I've had 2 years of surgery and recovery. And even though I've managed to continue with my business, and there's been periods when I've not been there, but, I realized that I've not brought back play into my life, enough play and fun. And so going out last night and thinking, oh, I'm going to be so tired on Sunday because I'm having a late night. Well, actually, I slept late. I would wake up and then I would think, well, I'll go back to sleep again. And I went back to sleep. So I got my, 8.5 hours sleep. And I think sometimes I'm realizing where I'm my own worst enemy. I think, oh, I can't do that because I'm going to get tired. Oh, I'll get tired. I can't do that. And, part of that has been turning 70. Oh, it's been really tough. Today is the first day that I've thought, oh, okay, actually, that's quite cool. I did go out and I did manage, and that tribute band were all older than me. That made me feel a lot better. So on that note, I want to say, embrace play. Thank you, Kay Ulrich, just a baby. Embrace play, embrace fun, make the most of life, live every day, live Don't let life pass you by. Enjoy it. I'm covered in cat hairs. They've all floated up my nose. So, my loves, I'm going to go. Did you and Sarah dress up? Yes, of course we dressed up. She had a hat on, actually. She had a hat on. We did have a fab time, Annabelle. It was great. Yeah, fun has been lacking. And for those of you that watched the channel I have with Sarah, Channeling and Stranger Things, we didn't do a video this weekend. We went out and had fun instead. And so, but we will do another one soon. And, sometimes we just need to chill pill. And goodness me, because the smoking of certain substances is legal on the islands of Malta and Gozo, the whole square in Shara had a very interesting aroma. Do I need to say more? And I suspect that had something to do with my kind of chill kind of attitude last night and my ability to go, hey man, whatever, I can stay the course. So I stayed till the end of the event. Listen, here I go. I'm wittering again. Right, my loves, I'm going. And I will see you next week, and I will see you in some Astrobites soon. Check out the channel. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want a session, go to my website, pennydix.com. Email me at penny@pennydix.com. We'll have a little chat about the time zone difference and when we can get together. And Andy, I'm going to personal message you. All right, my loves. Mwah. I love you loads. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.